Cabinet approves extension of tenure of the National Commission for Safai Karmacharis for 3 years. Assam Cabinet held at Haflong. Meeting takes several key decisions. Union Health Ministry flags decline in COVID testing, asks states and union territories to ramp it up. Kaziranga National Park records a fall in eastern swamp deer population. And in Cricket World Cup Super League One-Day International Series at Pal today, South Africa sets 297-run target for India. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee bringing to you the stories in detail. The Union Cabinet today approved infusion of 1,500 crore rupees in Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited, IREDA. Briefing media in New Delhi, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said it will enable IREDA to lend 12,000 crore rupees to the renewable energy sector. He said this will enhance its net worth, which will help it in additional renewable energy financing. The minister said it will also improve the capital to risk-weighted assets ratio to facilitate its lending and borrowing operations. The decision will generate employment over 10,000 jobs over every year.
2025 तक इसका कार्यकाल होगा। इरेडा की नेट वर्थ है 3,000 करोड़। वो 600 करोड़ तक का ही इसमें ऋण देने की सीमा सिंगल बोरोर के लिए उसकी है। जब इसको बढ़ाकर इसमें आज निर्णय लिया गया कि 1,500 करोड़ रुपए का इक्विटी इन्फ्यूजन इंडियन रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी डेवलपमेंट एजेंसी लिमिटेड में किया जाएगा और इससे लाभ ये मिलेगा कि अतिरिक्त इक्विटी के आने से रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के सेक्टर में इरेडा अब लगभग 12,000 करोड़ रुपए तक की लैंडिंग कर सकेगा।
The Assam Cabinet today held a meeting at Haflong in Dima Hasao district of the state. The meeting, chaired by Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma, took several important decisions. This is for the third time a state cabinet meeting was held outside the state capital. In order to intensify development process in every nook and corner of the state, the Sharma government has taken decision to hold a state cabinet outside the capital. Before attending the cabinet, the Chief Minister also participated in various government programs. Sharma also laid foundation stones of several projects of the government. Union Health Ministry has asked the states and union territories to enhance testing so that an effective track of the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic can be kept and immediate citizen-centric action can be initiated. In a letter to states and UTs, Additional Secretary in the Union Health Ministry, Aarti Ahuja, advised them to pay attention to this aspect immediately and increase the testing in a strategic manner, keeping in view the trend of case positivity in specific areas. She said that new variant of COVID-19, Omicron, which has been designated by the World Health Organization as a variant of concern, is currently spreading across the country. She said that it is seen from the data available on the Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR portal, that testing has declined in many states and union territories. Over 50% of children between the age of 15 and 18 years have received their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. Praising them, Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said that enthusiasm of these children for vaccination is inspiring people all over India. The Prime Minister has expressed happiness over the COVID-19 vaccination drive of children. In a tweet today, the Prime Minister said, "Young and youthful India is showing the way." He said it is important to vaccinate and observe all COVID-19 related protocols. He said together the country will fight this pandemic, expressing happiness over the encouraging news that over 50% of youngsters between the age group of 15 to 18 have received the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. He said, "Let us keep up the momentum." The head of the World Health Organization, WHO, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, has issued a warning to world leaders that the coronavirus pandemic is nowhere near over. He cautioned global leaders that with the incredible growth of Omicron globally, new variants are likely to emerge, which is why tracking and assessment remain critical. Dr. Tedros has also cautioned against the assumption that the newly dominant Omicron variant is significantly milder and has eliminated the threat posed by the virus. The intervention comes as some European nations saw a record number of new cases. Speaking during a news conference at the WHO's headquarters in Geneva, Dr. Tedros told reporters that the Omicron variant has led to 18 million new infections across the world over the past week.
Hospitalizations and deaths, and even the less severe cases are inundating health facilities. The virus is circulating far too intensely, with many still vulnerable. For many countries, the next few weeks remain really critical for health workers and health systems. I urge everyone to do their best to reduce risk of infection so that you can help take pressure off the system. Now is not the time to give up and wave the white flag. We
take a short break now. We will be back with more news. Stay tuned.
सर आपका केवाईसी अपडेट करना है, नहीं तो अकाउंट और एटीएम कार्ड ब्लॉक हो जाएगा।
सावधान सावधान, 2.5 करोड़ का इनाम मुझे। देखिए, अनजाने कॉल्स, फर्जी ईमेल्स, लिंक्स और जाली ऐप से अपना पिन, ओटीपी, पासवर्ड कभी भी किसी के साथ शेयर न करें। आप रहेंगे सावधान तो नहीं होगा नुकसान। आरबीआई कहता है, जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted the National Disaster Response Force on their Raising Day. In a series of tweets today, the Prime Minister said NDRF teams are at the forefront of many rescue and relief measures, often in very challenging circumstances. He said NDRF's courage and professionalism are extremely motivating. The Prime Minister wished teams of NDRF for their future endeavours. Modi further said India has undertaken an effort in the form of the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. He said the government is working on further sharpening the skills of NDRF teams so that maximum life and property can be saved during any challenge. The first ever eastern swamp deer census done in Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve has recorded at least 868 swamp deers. Territory-wise, 786 under Eastern Division, 62 under Bishwanath Wildlife Division and 20 under Nagaon Wildlife Division have been recorded by wildlife expert. At the same time, counting of wetland birds was also conducted from December 21st to 27th last year, encompassing the whole Kaziranga National Park. The total 66,776 number of birds of 126 species were enumerated using point count method.
Wetland bila community related develop kora vise ar Bishwanath Wildlife Division wa pisot North Bengal tagot Canadian disturbance manata mar ifale eastern side tar dakin parate to asle etu ajikali to kami ase etu kane etu number etu bhari se
agor barat ke ketaman species besike paisu total 126 species record kora hoise gotai Kaziranga Tiger Reserve tare apnar atakke ullekhojo an bochor nisinake আপোনাৰ পৰিভূমি চৰাই ভাড়েডেড গিছ প্ৰায় 16,000 হেৰিত আছে 16,552টা আৰু তেনেকৈ আপোনাৰ গোটেইকেইটা আগে পিছে পোৱাই খালি আপোনাৰ কম হৈছে নগাঁও ৱাইল্ডলাইফত কিছু কমন কুট আৰু আপোনাৰ কাম চৰাই এনেকৈ কেইটামান স্পেচিছ অলপ কম
Political activities are gaining momentum in poll-bound states. In Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party has launched its 300-unit free electricity campaign today. Under the campaign, party workers are going door to door to fill the forms from the general public who want to avail benefit of the scheme if the party comes to power. Party held its virtual rally at 11:30 this morning, and another virtual rally was planned at 4:30. Congress leader and Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh Bhupesh Baghel will also meet party workers at party office in Lucknow. Goa is gearing up for the ensuing assembly elections. Hectic parleys are on in the political parties to finalize the list of candidates. In the Cricket World Cup Super League ODI series, South Africa were 296 for 4 in 50 overs against India at Pal. The hosts won the toss and chose to bat in the first of the 3-match series. KL Rahul is leading the team India in the series as Rohit Sharma failed to recover from a hamstring injury. South Africa recently defeated India in the Test series 2-1. Meghalaya Cabinet on Wednesday has approved the recommendations of the 3 regional committees, which along with the recommendation of the Assam government will be submitted to the Union Home Minister on Thursday evening with regard to the long-pending border dispute between the neighbouring states. Following a cabinet meeting at Shillong this afternoon, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the government felt strongly that apart from historical facts, it is important to keep the sentiments of the people in mind, the willingness of people in specific areas, and it has been the driving force on most of the conclusions. The Meghalaya Cabinet also approved the extension of the upper age limit for recruitment in all state government services from 27 years to 32 years, and the same has been extended to 37 years for scheduled tribes. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Monday said his government will look into the allegations of illegal mining of coal and its transportation in South Garo Hills. Earlier, several NGOs had written to the state government demanding action against the activities. Sangma said the government has issued instructions to the Deputy Commissioner and the Police Department to ensure that nobody indulges in illegal activities, mining or transportation. Recently, some groups had sought the intervention of Chief Secretary Rebecca Suchiang for action against government officers allegedly facilitating the transportation of coal extracted illegally in South Garo Hills. In the COVID-19 update for the Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 1,697 active cases, even as discharge cases stands at 55,408. The tally for the dead is 282. In Assam, the active cases caseload is 29,560, while the cured cases account for 6,24,649. The death toll is 6,233. Embroiled with 1,791 active cases, Manipur has notched up 1,24,067 released cases, even as the death toll touched 2015. Meghalaya has recorded 1,318 active cases, even as dismissed cases caseload is 83,997. The tally for the dead is 1,492. Encumbered by a caseload of 9,012 active cases, Mizoram has reported 1,45,485 discharge cases, even as the dead account for 574. With 454 active cases in its kitty, Nagaland has reported 31,896 cured cases. The death toll is 703. Sikkim has 2,157 active cases, followed by 32,731 discharge cases, even as tally for the dead is 415. Reporting 7,050 active cases, Tripura has notched up 86,305 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 848. And to end the news, the main points once again. Union Cabinet approves extension of tenure of the National Commission for Safai Karmacharis for 3 years. Assam Cabinet held at Haflong. Meeting takes several key decisions. Union Health Ministry flags decline in COVID testing, asks states and union territories to ramp it up. Kaziranga National Park records fall in eastern swamp deer population. And in Cricket World Cup Super League One-Day International Series at Paarl today, South Africa sets 297-run target for India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.